Hi everyone. So in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a step and a landing, I guess you'd call it, in a garage. And basically what's gotta happen is reframe the stairs and sort of alter the landing a bit and put some new railing on it with a gate. I'll show you a little more inside. So this is what we're dealing with. As you can see, the steps are a little bit long. Like they're almost too, the client just doesn't like how much of a stretch. It's almost more like walking up a ramp than a set of stairs. So we'll build a new set of steps, make them a little bit shorter. I think we'll keep the same number of treads. So there's 7 treads, but with the top step, that's 8. And then it's got this gross, crusty carpet on here, so we'll peel that off, rip that railing out, and then I think we'll shorten, he wants it shortened a bit. So I think we'll take it right back to that plywood, then it'll be an even 4 feet. And then he also wants a gate right across from the door, just, you know, for moving appliances or whatever. Bring the skid steer in here, lift it up, and just pull it straight into the door. So yeah, this will be a nice winter job. It's pretty chilly outside, but it's nice and warm in here. So we'll get to work ripping this apart. So I got the carpet and that other step off. This step was more of a pain than I thought it was gonna be. But now I brought the track saw out and I'm cutting this back 5 inches as requested. And that'll just allow a little more room for the car doors to open and not ding them. So yeah, I'll finish off this cut and go from there. So now I'm just playing around with the stringers, and I've decided to do a closed stringer, meaning I'll router these out and insert the steps and glue them. I think it'll just look a lot cleaner, sort of more professional, more of a unit. But I was just playing around with this, and I've never actually done a closed stringer before, but I'll just show you. So the goal for this was to be 6 5/8 rise, and the tricky part is always what you're gonna end up with on your top. But if you can see that, we're like, if I could get that staple out of the way, that's like 6 5/8 exactly. So that's good at least. You always want your finish dimensions to line up so all your steps are equidistant. And then as you can see, that bottom one will be 6 5/8 and they'll all be exactly the same. I mean, I think to code, there can be a 1/4 inch difference in the size of your steps, but you know, you want them all the same. So yeah, I'll cut the other one out, and I didn't really do a demo on it just because I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I'll show you a little bit of routering it and stuff like that. So what I'm doing right now is just scoring the edges with the saw to keep them nice and straight. I'm going 3/4 of an inch depth, and that's what a routered out one looks like. I'll just have to square off the ends. That should give plenty of bite. 3/4 of an inch, that'll be halfway through the board, so that should be about right, nice and secure. And then I'll just line that with glue and put it together. So now that I have both stringers done and I know they're gonna fit nice and everything's gonna work out, I just tip them back like this. So the top will just fold up like that. And this way I can slide them in from the top. I'll put a little bit of glue in each one before, and then I think I'll put a mechanical fastener from the back, probably a screw. I don't really want to nail it. And then it's basically just to hold it until it dries, because once it's dried, the glue's not going to go anywhere. So now I'm going to cut 41.5 inches out of these 2x10s. I think they'll be sturdy enough. There won't need to be any middle support. It is 2x, so it should be fine. But yeah, I'll put a few in and show you how it's going. Now here's sort of a look at it partially fitted. I got the tops and bottoms in just to hold it, you know, the two sides, the two stringers parallel. And now I'll cut, I guess, 5 more, slip those in, and figure out a way to fasten that. Might have to get creative. I guess I could put a little bit of a ledger on there to hold that step, but I'd like to get some GRKs into the stringers from behind just to really get it solid. And then this stringer will be able to be fastened to the wall, so that'll give it a bit of extra rigidity too. So there's a completed staircase. Nice to walk up, feels nice and solid. These hardly flex at all. So yeah, definitely don't need another stringer. But yeah, they feel a lot more natural to walk up than the other ones, so that's good. But yeah, now I'm gonna start on the railing, I guess. So I'll have to put it on the inside. I didn't really think of that when doing the closed stringer. It might look a little bit goofy, but yeah, it's an outdoor deck railing, so but it's being used inside, but it doesn't really matter. It'll serve the same purpose. So I've got a start on the railing. Got it bolted down. It's fairly solid. This stuff's pretty good. Now these posts aren't plumbed or anything yet. You do that by shimming underneath where necessary. Mainly the way you do it is just to sight down them, and if they're all in line. I don't think I went over that on my last deck build where I used this stuff, but I'll try and show that this time, sort of plumbing them and getting them all in line, which is quite important if you're fussier about the look. But I'm gonna call it a day for today. Try and get home before dark, but it's definitely coming together. So back at it here today. I spent a little bit of time getting the gate all figured. This stuff's sort of goofy. It doesn't come with any instructions, so you just gotta figure it out yourself. But I mean, it wasn't too hard to do. I mean, again, I don't have any of these posts plumbed or supported yet, so it'll swing in like this, just miss the door, which is sort of what we wanted. Have the gate as big as possible, so say if you wanted to put a deep freeze through there or whatever, you could. And latch is nice, tops are level, which was sort of hard to do by myself, but these little jobs like this, doesn't pay to have a guy helping me, so I just do it myself. And then yeah, now I'm just working on this railing, so it's going together all right. And then it'll just be putting in pickets after lunch. All right, another quick update. I got those pickets in. They all turned out pretty nice. And now I'm just starting on this stair rail. Now, because it has no instructions, I don't know how far to put this, and I don't remember the number from the last deck we did, so I'm gonna have to look that up online. I think it's 20 5/8 from top of this to bottom of this, but I better double check that. And yeah, so once this rail's on, I just have that goofy little piece to do, and then this project will be done. So here's the completed step. Railing's nice and sturdy. I'll show you how the gate works here. So latch on the outside, and then swings nicely, missing the door. I left it far enough so you don't pinch your fingers in there or anything. But yeah, nice little setup here. So should be good for many years to come. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. More videos to come soon.